Hello, student. Welcome in today's session. With continuation with previous session, in previous session we have discussed the different type of grinding machine. In that we have discussed the cylindrical grinding machine, and the three types of cylindrical grinding machine: external cylindrical grinding machine, and in today's session we are going to discuss the internal cylindrical grinding machine. Internal cylindrical or not, it is not always cylindrical. So internal grinding machine. So this internal grinding machine is used to produce internal cylindrical surface. Internal cylindrical surface may be used for straight, tapered, grooved, or profile surface. This internal cylindrical grinding machine is again further classified as planetary internal grinder and centerless internal grinder. So in today's session, we are going to discuss these two type of grinding machine: planetary internal grinder, and second one, centerless internal grinding machine. So this is the figure regarding planetary internal grinding machine, and that figure you have to draw in your examination also, or this figure may be given and you have to identify the different components of grinding machine and the grinding machine and the grinding wheel. Okay, so this is the headstock of machine, headstock of machine. This in that headstock, this mechanism is used, gear mechanism is used, and power is getting to that chuck through this headstock, just like a lathe machine. Okay, this is a chuck, maybe 3-jaw chuck or 4-jaw chuck. In that chuck, the chuck will rotate with this due to this headstock, and with this spindle, and in that chuck the workpiece is mounted, in which the internal surface of that workpiece you have to grind. Okay, this is the internal surface of the workpiece. This is internal surface and this is internal surface. Okay, the sectional view is shown here, and this is the thickness of the workpiece, thickness of workpiece after cutting. This is the thickness of workpiece after taking the sectional. Okay, and this is the internal surface, internal cylindrical surface. These two lines are internal cylindrical surface, in which this is a hollow surface, hollow workpiece. Okay, and in which you can insert the grinding wheel. This is a grinding wheel, and dot is shown as the cutting point of the grinding wheel. Okay, and this grinding wheel is again rotated, okay, with a high rpm with this wheel head. This is the wheel head. So this grinding wheel is rotating. At the same time, it is inserted into the workpiece. It is moving into the workpiece, so that complete head, this spindle and this grinding wheel have a reciprocating motion, so that you have to grind complete length of the workpiece, complete length, for giving the grinding process, for applying the grinding process throughout the length of the workpiece. The grinding wheel is required to reciprocate when that much surface is grind. After that, for further surface to grind, this grinding wheel is required to move inside the workpiece. For that purpose, that grinding wheel along with spindle, along with the wheel head, having a reciprocating, having a linear motion also, by which you can insert. And at the same time, feed is given. This arrow is shown as feed. That means after moving inside the grinding wheel, that grinding wheel inside the workpiece, that is required to give touch to the internal surface of the workpiece, so that the feed motion is also given to that complete assembly. Okay, and at the same time, the workpiece is having only the rotary motion. The workpiece is having only the rotary motion, not the linear motion. Okay, so this is the constructional detail of the grinding wheel that you have to draw in examination during showing the planetary internal grinding machine. Now the details of that grinding machine is: internal grinding is the process of grinding the cylindrical hole of cylindrical workpiece, or circular hole, cylindrical or circular hole, or bored hole. After drilling the hole, you will enlarge that, enlarge the previously drilled hole that is the internal surface. Okay, and that surface you have to grind, that's why it is called as a internal grinding machine. And what is mean by planetary workpiece is held in chuck, that will I will explain later. A workpiece is held in a chuck and rotated. The chuck is driven by an electric motor placed in headstock. So in headstock, electric motor drive mechanism is there. Okay, and the workpiece is getting power. The workpiece is getting rotary motion due to through that chuck and spindle. Okay, the grinding is mounted on the spindle of the wheel head, and it is driven by an electric motor in a wheel head. So there are two electric motor. One electric motor is for rotating of that workpiece and or through that chuck and spindle, and second electric motor is in wheel head to rotate the grinding wheel. Okay, grinding wheel has longitudinal as well as cross feed. Okay, longitudinal means this motion. The grinding wheel is longitudinal motion. This motion is a longitudinal motion, and this motion is a cross feed. Okay, cross feed. That means the grinding wheel will move towards the operator and away from the operator. That motion is called as a feed or cross feed, due to which the grinding wheel is touching the workpiece for grinding. Okay, application: the internal grinding machine used for grinding of bore of gears, bore of cylinders, inner surface of ball bearings, rings, etc. Internal grinders of chucking type may be classified as a plain and universal grinder. Now, what is planetary? The planetary internal grinder. That means, what is planetary? In a planetary grinder, the workpiece is mounted on a reciprocating table. The workpiece is mounted on a reciprocating table. That means workpiece is not reciprocating, table is reciprocating, but with respect to table, the workpiece is stationary. But when the workpiece is mounted on table, the workpiece is having also a reciprocating motion. Okay, and is remaining stationary. Instead, the grinding wheel is given a rotary motion. This is the grinding wheel. This is the front view, and this is the side view of this image. This is front view, and if you see from right side, you can see that image of that drawing. So this will be a right hand side view. A right hand side view. This is the workpiece. Okay, and this grinding wheel is shown here. Here you can see the width of the grinding wheel. Here in that view, you can see the diameter of grinding wheel. Okay. The grinding wheel is given a rotary motion. See here, that rotary motion is given here, and planetary motion to grind in a cylindrical hole. That means this motion. The grinding wheel is rotating about its own axis, as well as the grinding wheel is rotating about the axis of workpiece. This is the axis of workpiece. So that is a planetary motion, just like our Earth. Earth is rotating towards around its own axis also, and around the sun also. So that is a planetary motion. That's why it is called as a planetary internal grinder, planetary internal surface grinder. Planetary grinding is usually limited to large and awkward workpiece that cannot be conveniently rotated by chuck. The workpiece which is not rotated by chuck, at that time you will use planetary internal grinding machine. Okay, now the second is a centerless internal grinder. Centerless internal grinder, as you see in previous lecture, internal centerless grinding of external surface, also centerless grinding of internal surface is also carried out. So this is a centerless internal grinder. This is the workpiece. Okay, and to that workpiece you have to grind internal surface. This is the internal surface. Okay, and to that internal surface you have to do the grinding process. You have to carry the grinding process. But when the length of the workpiece, this is the workpiece, length of the workpiece is too much small, and this can't hold in the chuck, at that time you have to carry out centerless grinder, centerless grinding process or centerless grinding machine. Okay, so that workpiece is not supported anywhere, is not supported anywhere. This is the regulating wheel, as you seen in previous lecture also. regulating wheel is used for holding the workpiece, for pressing that workpiece towards the grinding wheel, for pressing the workpiece towards the grinding wheel. So these two wheels are, these are the pressure bolts, and this is a supporting bolt. Okay, when the workpiece is rotating, the question may ask, when the in centerless intergrinding, when workpiece will rotate in clockwise direction, the regulating wheel will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. When this will rotate in anti-clockwise direction, pressure roll and supporting roll will also rotate in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, and when the workpiece will rotate in clockwise direction, the grinding wheel will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. You have to understand the direction of wheels also for MCQs. Okay, and why this is called as a supporting roll, and why this is called as a pressure roll? Because this support the lower wheel the function of lower wheel is to support the workpiece from not falling down. Okay, because workpiece is not supported in any live center or the dead center, it is hanging in space. So for supporting that workpiece, the roller which is used, that roller is called as a supporting roller, and this roller is used for applying the pressure on the workpiece material for holding purpose. That's why it is called as a pressure roll. Okay, and this internal surface is a grinding wheel for carry out the internal surface of workpiece, for grinding the internal surface of the workpiece. And this bigger wheel is a regulating wheel. This diameter of the regulating wheel is always greater than the diameter of the workpiece. Okay, and obvious you have to do you have to carry out the internal surface. So diameter of the grinding wheel is always less than the inner diameter of the workpiece, so that the work that grinding wheel will insert into that bore. Okay, inner diameter. The principle of internal centerless grinding is almost similar to the external cylindrical grinding. Only the method of supporting the workpiece is different. Okay, in external cylindrical, and there are only one regulating wheel, one is a grinding wheel. Okay, but in that one regulating wheel is there, second supporting roll is there, and pressure roll is there. There are three rollers used for supporting, for applying the pressure, and for regulating, for clamping the, for holding the workpiece. Okay, in an internal centerless grinding, the workpiece is supported between three rolls, that is pressure roll, supporting roll, and regulating wheel. At the all the three rolls rotate in same direction, whereas workpiece and grinding wheel rotate in opposite direction. The grinding will remain in contact with the internal surface of the workpiece at the horizontal center line of the regulating wheel. It ensures a uniform wall thickness of the workpiece and hence concentricity of the grounded internal hole with the external surface of the workpiece. It ensures a uniform wall thickness of the workpiece and hence concentricity of the grounded internal hole. The concentricity, that means there is no thickness variation throughout the diameter, that is called as a concentricity. Inner diameter of the workpiece, this inner diameter of the workpiece and outer diameter of the workpiece should be concentric. That means the thickness throughout the diameter, where you, if you measure in any place, you can see the thickness as equal. Okay, that is a concentricity of the grounded internal hole with the external surface of the workpiece. Okay, for loading and unloading of the workpiece, the pressure roll can be swung to a side. For loading and unloading of the workpiece, as we see in external grinding, for doing the grinding throughout the lane, you have to tilt the regulating wheel through some angle, so that the workpiece will start moving linearly or axially. So for loading and unloading of the workpiece also, here in this case also, the pressure roll can be swung to a side. Next is surface grinder. Basically, surface grinder are used to machine flat surfaces and irregular, regular or tapered surface. Surface grinder. The application of surface grinder is to grind the surface of flat surface and irregular surface, regular or tapered surface. As per the table movement and position of the spindle, the surface grinder are classified as as per the table motion and position of spindle. Table motion, you have to remember the motion of table in all different type of grinding machine. Okay, that may be asked in examination. What is the which motion is given to table and which motion is given to grinding wheel. So depending upon the table movement and position of the spindle, this grinding wheel grinding machines are classified as a reciprocating table and rotary table. A reciprocating table and rotary table. Again, a reciprocating table is further classified as a horizontal spindle and vertical spindle. And a rotary table is also classified as a horizontal spindle and vertical spindle. Now see, a reciprocating table type surface grinder. Now come to the surface grinder, not a cylindrical grinding. Whatever we learned in previous session, that is a cylindrical grinding process. Now here is a surface grinding. Surface grinding means flat surface. Flat surface, a reciprocating table type. That means this table is reciprocating. Workpiece is held on the table. So workpiece and table both having the reciprocating motion. At that time, this spindle and this grinding wheel is only a rotary motion and vertical motion to give the feed towards the workpiece, movement towards the workpiece for grinding process, that is called as the infeed. So grinding wheel is having a rotary motion and feed motion, infeed motion. Okay, and here also the grinding wheel, and this is a vertical axis, that's why it is called as a reciprocating table vertical axis grinding machine. See here, a reciprocating table vertical spindle, a reciprocating table vertical spindle. This is a reciprocating table vertical spindle. This is a reciprocating table horizontal spindle. Spindle of grinding machine, or on which the grinding wheel is mounted, that position is horizontal. That's why it is called as a horizontal spindle, and this is vertical spindle. Okay, vertical spindle and horizontal spindle. This is the workpiece, and the grinding wheel is having a rotary motion also and infeed motion also for grinding throughout the length of the workpiece. This is the length of the workpiece. The table is having, or workpiece is having, a reciprocating motion. Okay, I think that part is clear to you. The same thing is written here. Working of reciprocating table, surface grinder with horizontal and vertical spindle. The horizontal spindle carries a straight wheel, whereas the vertical spindle machine carries a cup type wheel. The cutting action is carried out by a periphery of the straight wheel in case of horizontal spindle machine, whereas on the revolving edge of the cup wheel in case of vertical spindle machine. This is a vertical spindle cup type. Okay, carries a cup type wheel. On these machines, the workpiece is generally held on a magnetic chuck. On these machines, the workpiece is held on a magnetic chuck, and so that the workpiece can be hold properly or clamp properly on the table, because there is no extra clamping arrangement is given onto the workpiece. So magnetic table is used. Magnetic table. This is a magnetic table. Okay, and due to the magnetism, that workpiece is firmly hold on the table. In case of vertical spindle grinder, the table along with the workpiece reciprocates under the wheel, and wheel covers all other major portion of the width of job. This is a rotary table. The table is rotating. In case of previous, the table is reciprocating, and in that case, the table is rotating. Okay, this is a rotating table. This is a rotating table. Okay, so for rotating that table, you have to give a special electric motor for giving that rotation to the table. Okay, this is a rotary table horizontal spindle. This is a rotary table vertical spindle. Spindle of rotation, and the spindle is rotating on a vertical axis. Here spindle is rotating and the position of the axis is horizontal. Okay, and for giving grinding throughout the diameter of the workpiece, the cross feed is given to the spindle here. See here, cross feed. The grinding wheel along with the wheel spindle is moving forward, and complete diameter will grind. At the same time, the workpiece is rotating also. Okay, rotating also. Workpiece is rotating, that means workpiece is stationary with respect to table, but at table is rotating, workpiece is also rotating, and that is a vertical spindle, a rotary table type surface grinding machine. Okay, so in this machine the workpiece are held on the magnetic chuck and arranged in a circle. In both of the machine, the direction of rotation of wheel and table is opposite. In both the machine, the direction of rotation of wheel and table is opposite. In horizontal spindle grinder, the cross feed is given by horizontal movement of the wheel spindle, whereas in vertical spindle grinder, it is by sliding a table on a slide. Whereas in vertical spindle grinder, it is by sliding a table on a slide. Okay, here the wheel, a vertical spindle, the table is sliding, okay, rotating as well as sliding as the workpiece is placed in this position. Here for grinding that workpiece also, the surface of the workpiece, that's what table is sliding also. Okay, sliding a table on a slide. This is the horizontal spindle, a reciprocating type. This is horizontal spindle, a rotating type. A rotating type, the drum on which or table on which the workpiece is mounted. You can see small workpiece is placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So number of workpiece is mounted on the table. Okay, and table is rotating, and at the same time grinding wheel is also rotating, but it is mounted on horizontal spindle. So this is horizontal spindle, a rotary type grinding machine. Here vertical spindle, a rotary type grinding machine. Here vertical spindle, a reciprocating type grinding machine. Okay, a reciprocating. So by giving the figure, you have to identify the name of the grinding machine here. Next is a tool and cutter grinder. This is important exam point of view, tool and cutter grinder or bench grinder. So this is mounted on this. This is a grinding machine. Okay, wheel, cylindrical wheel or circular wheel is mounted on one side, and conical wheel is mounted on other side of this wheel head. So at a time, if you switch on the machine, at a time this grinding wheel, a circular grinding wheel and conical grinding, both will start rotating, because this is mounted on same spindle, but on same machine you have to grind external surface, and you can grind if the workpiece is having a conical surface or a cylindrical surface or step surface. Okay, step surface. Okay, this grinding wheel head is getting power with this column and electric motor. This is a table. Okay, and the table is mounted on saddle and saddle is mounted on base. So this figure you have to remember, and this figure you have to draw in the examination. That is a tool and cutter grinder. Very simple figure is there, and this may come in the examination for descriptive type. Okay, and this description you have to remember. Tool and cutter grinder are mainly used to sharpen and recondition multiple tool cutter like a reamer, milling cutter, taps, hobs, and other type of tool used in the shop. So this tool and cutter grinder is also present in our workshop also. Okay, you can see by visiting the workshop in the workshop. Okay, with various attachments, they can also do light surface, cylindrical, and internal grinding to finish such item of jigs, fixture, die, and gauges detail and sharpen single point tool. They are classified according to the purpose of grinding into two groups: universal tool and cutter grinder, single purpose tool and cutter grinder. This tool and cutter grinder is further classified universal and single purpose. Universal and single purpose. Universal tool and cutter grinder are particularly intended for sharpening of miscellaneous cutter, and single purpose grinders are used for grinding tools such as drill, tool bits, etc. in large production plant where large amount of grinding work is necessary to keep production tools in proper cutting conditions. In addition, tools can be ground uniformly and with accurate cutting angle. A typical tool and cutter grinder is shown as shown in figure. Okay, so that much is for today's lecture. You have to understand all the grinding process. You can see the previous YouTube channel also, YouTube video also. for understanding all type of grinding machine. So in next lecture we will start the different shapes of grinding machines.